scars that never felt a wound, but soft, with light yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid, and far more fair than she, but not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery, but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. She speaks yet and says nothing. What of her? What of that? Her eye discourse, I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stairs in all of heaven. Having some business to do, entreat her eyes to twinkle their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars. In daylight both a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I would glove upon that hand. I might touch that cheek.
Ay, me.
Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head as a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the blossom of air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, thou not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face. Oh, be some other name belonging to a man. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, but any other word would smell as sweet, so Romeo would. Were he not Romeo called? Retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreeted in the night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. I had written it. I would tear the world.
My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know that sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either be this like.
How camest thou hither, tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considered who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold out love, and what love can do that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alas, their lives are more pure than thine eye, than 20 of their swords. Look but thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night cloth to hide me from their eyes, and but wilt thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate, than death prolonged, waiting for thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou out this place?
By love the first did permit me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as the vast shore washed with their farthest seas, I should adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of thy night is on my face, else would a maiden blush repaint my cheek, for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny. What have I spoke but farewell compliment? Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say, aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou must prove false. At lovers' perjuries They say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be preserved and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my havior light. But trust me, gentleman, I'll prove more true than thou had lore cutting to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but thou overheardst here I was where my true love passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by you yonder, blessed by moon I vow, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
I swear, not by the moon, thy inconsistent moon, that monthly change in her crib orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my adultery, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart, dear love.
Well, do not swear, although I joy in thee, I have no joy in the contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be, ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night, this bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as the within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, I give it thee again, and yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu in.
Madam!
Anon, good nurse, sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
O blessed, blessed night, I am afeard being in night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come, to cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send.
So thrive, my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times worse than what lie light. Love goes toward love and as schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist! Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse, and may not speak aloud, else I would tear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with the repetition of my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name, how silver sweet and lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo,
My sweet,
what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 year till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee stand still there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still say, to have thee still forgot, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning, I wouldn't have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird that lets it hop from little from his hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silken thread plucked it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I, yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were to sleep in peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's close cell, his help to crave and dear my hap to tell. Alack, their lives more puerile than I.
Yeah.